Hey, hello everybody, welcome, I'm No02. This is the team composition for Act 4. There's a couple of really nice things as far as Act 4 goes. One, we get all 15 cards, plus an extra draw. This actually makes deck building for Act 4 really easy. I think Act 4 is probably the easiest mission in the game almost. Like, as far as the finales go, it's the easiest finale. Obviously, if things go wrong in Act 4, then it can go really wrong and things happen. You can do it over and over and over again, right? But the fact that we get all 15 cards right away, there's no need for context as far as ordering the cards together. It makes deck building really easy, and so I think that there's tons and tons and tons of viable decks for Nightmare Mode that's going to work in Act 4. So long as your deck just does a thing, right? Just so, like, oh, my deck is really good at killing zombies. Great, you're a part of the team. My deck's really good at killing the Abomination. Great, you're part of the team. I can heal you guys. That's great, right? Like, get them a jersey. They're part of the team. Here are the 4 decks. And I want to start off with Sniper first because this is the other deck. In my LMG video, I talked about how the LMG is more consistent and that there's a Sniper deck that I was messing around with too. This is the Sniper deck. So I actually had success and beat the Abomination level by myself with bots with this deck as well. One of the weaknesses of the LMG deck is that it doesn't really do a whole bunch of damage really quickly, right, to the Abomination. And that's particularly felt when you're in the tonsil fight of the Abomination, because that's where there's just like you're in confined space. Every time he opens up his mouth, you need to do damage. But when he opens up his mouth, he calls a horde, and you feel the need to pipe bomb, and then you're shooting his mouth. And the longer that fight goes on, that's really where you're going to drain all of your resources, because when a mutation shows up, you have very little space to deal with it. And if a mutation shows up and he's slamming his tentacle down, it gets really hard. The Sniper deck compensates in that we don't have almost any crowd control other than maybe our sidearm, which we would preferably want like a Tech 9 or a Glock. But we can kill the Abomination so fast that we're only in the tonsil fight for like 2 or 3 cycles before we totally kill it, and then we're moving on to the third phase. You can one cycle the tentacles with this deck as well, if you're sneaky and understand like when to ADS and how to position yourself and be ready to basically unload your 5 or whatever 7 shots into the tentacle. You can do it with 5 shots if you hit all of them and things like that. So this is the Sniper deck. It's just all DPS, pretty much all DPS. We have Cross Trainer Superior Cardio, just so that we have the ability to move and run like hell. When you're shooting the sniper rifle, the entire action of shooting and pulling back the bolt is all considered you firing. So I actually would recommend you get a compensator. And the fact that we have run like hell for extra bit of movement will make shooting your rifle and moving at the same time feel better, feel more smooth. And a compensator can help with that as well. So I'd recommend a compensator on your sniper rifle. But we have these three cards to sort of make up for the fact that we're going to be holding a sniper rifle most of the time. So we can move comfortably and we can move and groove in that third fight. So if you're the guy who's going to go far out onto the left side of the Abomination, you can do that because maybe they want you to pop the left side and then get in position to pop the underneath as well. You have the ability to do so. Then we just have reload, reload, reload. Right, just all the reloads so that our DPS in the sniper rifle is maxed out. You can mag dump your sniper rifle for the entire cycle of the tentacle on the street level, right? When he slams down and he like sort of blooms, flowers up for you. You shoot fast enough that you can mag dump your entire sniper rifle into that tentacle before he goes back up. Ridden Slayer for the weak spot damage, weak spot damage, weak spot damage, right? Glass Cannon for damage, Stock Pouch for the damage, Silver Bullets for the damage, and then Patient Hunter. Stock Pouch is nice also for the ammo, so that once you get into the third phase of the fight, you won't need more ammo. Stock Pouch will be more than enough ammo for your sniper rifle. Patient Hunter, just keep in mind that once the tentacle's been aggroed and it's doing its like little and then it slams down, you should already be ADSing ready to go. You'll be relying on your team or your bots to do that for you. And then you get your max damage, and you do a crap ton of damage. Crap ton of damage. To help make up for our lack of crowd control, I would recommend that you run pipe bombs. And we do have double grenade pouch here. We're not super concerned about the minus 10% damage. You can one cycle all the tentacles with the minus 10%. You can kill the abomination mouth in 2 or 3 cycles if you're fast and good and stuff like that. So the minus 10 is really not an issue. We do so much freaking damage. You'll one-shot pretty much all of the weak spot-based mutations. Getting a tall boy in the weak spot will chunk it for almost all of its health. Easy peasy. Super max greedy damage. So if you like sniper builds, use this instead of the LMG deck in your solo queue. You can use this deck as well in solo queue. It'll work with bots. I've done it with bots, and it'll work with random people. The only issues that I find with this deck is that we are a little more dependent on the bots killing common mutations when they show up. I've almost never seen more than one sniper rifle spawn in the safe room for Abomination. So the LMG is nice and flexible in that we don't necessarily need the LMG if we don't get it. We can use any of the ARs. They all work fine. So you don't need to fight with anyone over weapons. If everyone on your team is running a sniper rifle or blah blah blah, wants to use a shotgun, or everyone on your team, everyone I find a lot of the times in solo queue wants to be shooting at the Abomination, and they don't really recognize that, like, no, like the sniper guy, that's his job. Your job is to keep the sniper guy safe. So that's why I find the LMG deck to be way more flexible, because you can do both. The sniper deck, you can't really do both super comfortably. You're sort of all about killing the Abomination. But for this team, this guy, he's going to be killing mutations and abominations when they're available. LMG Pipe Bomb. This is the same exact deck that I suggested from my solo queue video for the LMG. Same exact thing. Cross-trainer superior cardio, just to give us enough stamina and mobility in that third phase that we can get where we need to at the start of it, where we can reposition when necessary and things like that. That's really the only point they have it for. The extra health is nice as well. Grenade pouch, double grenade pouch for pipe bombs. Fanny pack and shoulder bag. We have deep pockets. So if somebody needs, if you have a medic on your team, which is this team will, you have lots of supplies for that person to use and things like that. More than enough, really, so long as everyone's doing their job and you get a little bit of good RNG. No one needs to die. Reload drills, right? Reload in the zone for reload. We can reload our LMG so quickly. Get those headshots. Pay attention to getting headshots. And even if you don't have an LMG, this in the zone will you can reload your gun so fast with the other ARs that the lack of bullets from not having an LMG, you don't really feel that much, just because we can reload our guns so quickly that you can just keep pumping down lead and keeping the horde away. Hyper focus, reckless strategy, and patient hunter. This will give us kill power versus the stinger and the reeker variants. We can shoot the abomination if nothing else is going on, and just a little bit of extra damage for killing tall boys and things like that. We can contribute in just about everything with this deck here. I do want to point out, though, just remember that when you are shooting the abomination in the first phase on the tentacle street, as well as in the actually no, that's not true in the tonsil fight. For the tentacle street fight, excuse me. For the tentacle street fight, the tentacle wiggles in response to being shot. When it gets hit by a bullet, it jiggles. So just keep in mind that the sniper guy can end up missing shots because you're shooting it. If you're unloading your LMG into the tentacle, it's wiggling all over the place. The person with the sniper rifle might miss shots, and he's the real damage dealer. So if you have a damage dealer on your team, you don't really need to worry too much about shooting the abomination. Let him deal with it. That's his job. You keep him safe. And in fact, you trying to help might inadvertently make it harder for your team. You might have to do another cycle with that tentacle. Another potential mutation might show up. The tentacle's going to slam down one more time. Somebody gets a lapse in judgment, gets hit, goes down. So if you have a damage dealer on your team, let them deal the damage. Ammo belt, tactical vest. Once you're into that third fight, you don't want to have to pick up ammo again. This is going to allow you to do that, as well as if you have other people who are competing for AR ammo, you'll sort of have enough just in general over time that you won't need that many ammo packs or pickups. Though you should still get some ammo. Don't let it go. Like, don't be selfless. Be a little greedy in solo queue. Support and pipe bombs. Notice that we have 3 characters with pipe bombs. That's sort of the people love razor wire in this game. People love it for the barroom blitz, for the diner. I didn't really do any of those missions with razor wire, right? I did them with the bots. I did them with random people. I just never bought it. Razor wire, in theory, is a really nice luxury in that it buys us time, right? The razor wire allows us to be more human. That's deep. That's deep, right? Because, in theory, any one of us could be fast enough to snap from zombie to zombie. We could snapping from head to head, killing that zombie, prioritizing, looking at a horde of zombies coming at us and figuring out which one to shoot first, and going back and forth. And you can do that. That's totally possible. Pretty high octane though, doesn't it sound? Right? Doesn't it sound pretty intense? What if I make a mistake? Well, somebody gets hit. Razor wire allows us to play slower, basically, right? Because that horde of zombies now is moving in slow motion, and now our intense snap judgment, shooting, reloading, things like that, managing our ammo and prioritizing which targets, we get more time to do that with razor wire. So razor wire, I think, is a nice luxury, which is why we have 3 characters with pipe bombs, because ideally you shouldn't need to have razor wire. I'm sure there's a potentially successful melee razor wire deck that can be done in Act 4. I think a lot of decks are viable in Act 4. But here it's just, for the most part, when things are going south, it's usually the random little zombies that are going to heck you up. Pipe bomb, pick somebody back up. Pipe bomb, get into a corner successfully. Pipe bomb, and you can dodge a tentacle more easily now. You know, things like that. And so you're going to find yourself in situations where you're going to go, man, I wish I had one more pipe bomb. That's why we have 3 characters. Here's a support deck. Cross Trainer, Superior Cardio for the 3rd act. Then we have the team effects. Inspiring Sacrifice, Avenge the Fallen, Needs of the Many. I haven't talked about which character you're playing with these decks. These decks work on literally everybody. Super, super flexible. So whoever you're using by the time you've gotten to Act 4, whoever you want to get your Zwat skin, you can pick any one of these 4 decks and they all work. No matter what character or cleaner you're playing as, right? Needs of the Many. So even if you're playing as Mom, take Needs of the Many. Get that extra life. You have one more extra Inspiring Sacrifice, Avenge the Fallen. All great things. All great things. Extra reload speed, shooting. If somebody's going down in a fight, right? That means there's things to kill, things to shoot. Reload speed, extra damage are all going to be really, really nice. And if 30% extra damage, that's a crap ton of extra damage. Crap ton. In fact, the speed run, the world record speed run by Hazeblade, they take advantage of the fact that all of the bots have Avenged the Fallen. So he gets the bots killed and then throws a grenade and one-shots the tonsil fight. Kills the bots, right? Picks them back up, kills the bots, gets Avenge the Fallen triggers to stack, and then he throws a grenade and kills the Abomination, right? Like, so Avenge the Fallen is actually a really cool card to have in Act 4. Now we just sort of want big heals. But the thing about Act 4 is that I would actually recommend stay away from the team upgrades. So I'd much rather have 5 more pipe bombs than a team upgrade. Just because if you're throwing pipe bombs, if you have enough pipe bombs to throw for literally every single horde in the street fight, and still have enough to be full when you go down into the tonsil fight, nobody's gonna get hurt anyways. Nobody's gonna die. So just don't worry about extra healing, things like that. We have medical professional for the trauma and the restoring of the extra life. The extra life is the most important part. EMT is going to make your first heal on everybody feel really big because you're going to get an extra 10% boost in health. And the extra stamina regen will help everybody in that 3rd fight. Don't worry about like popping pills and everyone at the start. You can if you want to, but I would say we're more interested in med kits. We want big full heals and things like that, and maybe one person with pain pills. Poultice. This is why I was talking about the team upgrades. Healing efficiency gets better the more upgraded the healing items are. So like green, blue, purple med kits don't benefit from poultice, but they do benefit from healing efficiency. I would say stay away from that. Just run poultice. It's fine. It does the same thing. And if you end up only having pain pills or like pain pills over med kits, pain pills still heal. So really, really nice to still have poultice. Combat medic for the use speed, whether we're using a defib, a med kit, pain pills, whatever, picking somebody up. Having this extra bit of use speed is going to be critical, but also the extra health when you're reviving somebody is going to be really, really nice as well. Because now, if you're picking somebody up, now we have Poultice, Combat Medic, and the Med Kit all restoring health to that target. And it's going to help guarantee that this 15 points of trauma damage that's restored is then also simultaneously filled with extra health between Poultice and Combat Medic. Medical Expert for the healing efficiency, but I also really like the move speed here. I just wanted to take a little dip into the healing efficiency in case you do like buying the team upgrades. I would recommend against it, but it can work either way. But what I find is that being team medic in the middle of an abomination fight is not always an easy thing to do. It can be rather sketchy. So when somebody goes down, pick them up, heal them, whatever, right? Get your 15% move speed, and then just get out of there. Go do what you should be doing, right? Which I know you're a support, you should be supporting people, but you don't want to die with somebody, right? Somebody gets downed behind and the team's trying to move on. You're going to be the person going back to save them. Pick them up, heal them, and then get the hell out of there. And if he goes down again, like that's their problem. You know what I mean? But this is going to allow you to get in and out of sketchy situations, basically. Or at least out of them. Cold Brew Coffee, because it's a great card. Almost every deck should have this card. It's so flexible. It's so good. Extra use speed, beautiful, reload, all that stuff. Great, great, great. Now we get into Shredder and Marked for Death. This support character can be using a shotgun, an SMG, or an AR, doesn't matter. Shredder, Marked for Death. With 2 cards, we give our entire team a 25% damage debuff bonus to whatever the hell we're shooting. I think you can mark the Abomination Tentacles. I haven't tested whether or not it actually helps or affects it at all. I'm sure you guys can test. You just get Knowledge is Power and run Shredder. I'm not really concerned about it because the point is whether you're shooting the Abomination or shooting mutations, the point is you support the team with damage when you're not healing. Then we have Box of Bags. That's right, Box of Bags. As opposed to having the just shoulder bag or whatever the hell it is, pouch. I don't know what it's called. Fanny pack. How could I forget the fanny pack? Because this is the net gain for the whole team. If you're going to be the healer support person, in the most ideal of situations, your teammates are dropping healing items on the ground for you. You're picking them up and then healing them with it. And etc. And etc. And then shoulder bag. Just deep pockets. Quantity over quality here. A little bit of extra quality, quantity stuff going on. I played around a little bit with Charitable Soul. And the reality of it is, it's just the better you are, the less valuable support cards are. The better you are at the game, the less you need to be healed, the less use you get out of these cards. So I would just say, you don't need Charitable Soul, right? Don't worry about healing yourself, because hopefully you're not taking damage. If you like the idea of having Charitable Soul, get rid of Medical Expert and put Charitable Soul in. That'll help guarantee that whenever you're healing somebody else, you're also healing yourself. But for the most part, just play smart. You're the situational awareness person. You're marking things. You're shredding things. You don't need to look at the abomination. You're just looking for danger and things like that. And you'll keep your team healthy, keep yourself healthy, and go smoothly. Shotgun and nades. This is the only character investing in the grenade damage. We're not investing into grenade damage to kill the abomination. We're not killing the abomination with the grenades. We're investing just enough into grenade damage that we can stumble tall boys and chunk them or kill them quickly. That's the whole point. Cross Trainer, superior cardio for the third phase. Mad Coupler, quick kill. I mean, I'm coming out with a different deck video for Buckshot Bruiser. I love Buckshot Bruiser. I have a really cool deck that I've been playing around with. I feel that when it comes to using the shotguns, we don't want the little needle point accuracy. Even though that's really cool for damage and shredder and things like that, having the 100% accuracy buff when using a shotgun. But we want a little bit of flexibility. If we have the needle point dot for accuracy here with our shotgun, we're just killing one zombie at a time, right? We have a sniper rifle that is a shotgun. And we sort of remove our own ability for crowd control. We want a little bit of bloom here so that when we're shooting at a horde of zombies, we're hitting multiple zombies, we're stumbling multiple zombies, we're getting more triggers on our Buckshot Bruiser. But we still want some extra accuracy so that when we're shooting at a mutation or the abomination itself, almost all of the pellets are hitting our large target, again, triggering more Buckshot Bruiser. Mad Coupler, quick kill. Shell Carrier, Rolling Thunder, Hellfire, and Energy Drink. I talked about this sort of move speed while firing thing before. With this shotgun, I would highly recommend that you get a compensator. And best case scenario is either a purple compensator. If you like the extra accuracy, any more accuracy than 50% will begin to limit your crowd control. But with a gold compensator, that extra 20% accuracy, you'll pretty much guarantee that all of your pellets will hit a mutation or a tall boy charging you. So it's some give and take there, right? But basically, our goal is to be semi-mobile. When we're shooting, we can move forward, shoot, walk backwards, kite around, things like that. We have some extra mobility while we're shooting. And if you have move speed while firing percentage that is above 100%, you actually accelerate in movement speed when you shoot your shotgun. So if you get a compensator that's purple, it'll put you over 100% and you'll sort of feel the effects. It's sort of fun. Like every time you shoot your shotgun, you do a little dash, basically. It's going to give you a lot of mobility in the third phase of the fight, where you can basically kite yourself away from zombies while keeping pace with the abomination and doing damage to it and keeping yourself healthy. Sort of a neat thing. Play around with this deck. It's sort of a fun deck. We have Bomb Squad, Improvise Explosives, and then Confident Killer. Like Confident Killer here, every tentacle on the street counts for Confident Killer. Every mutation, right? There's a lot of opportunity for Confident Killer to trigger. We do have the slow buildup of it, but we do get the multiplicative damage of Confident Killer with Bomb Squad and Improvise Explosives. And it helps with our shotgun damage as well, which is why I have Confident Killer over more accessory damage. Still helps, but helps a little bit of everything. Our grenades are just strong enough to kill tall boys for the most part, or at least get them so low that then we can unload our shotgun into them and they'll be good to go. Grenade pouch, deep pockets. Ammo mule, so that when you get into the third phase, you have tons and tons of shotgun shells. No worries. The loss of movement speed is felt a little bit, but with cross trainers and the movement speed while firing, you're still going to accelerate. You'll sort of compensate for your loss of movement speed, your 2% loss, basically by being a little, I don't know, or what is it, like a little roguelike dashing around some underground mine, right? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Ammo Mule, and then Buckshot Bruiser. Buckshot Bruiser does not make you invincible. People don't like this card. I think this card is insane. I think this card is great, and I can't wait to show you guys this other deck that I've been working on and playing around with. This like Doom Eternal mentality shotgun deck. But Buckshot Bruiser is not an excuse to play bad and get hit. Buckshot Bruiser offers you this amazing ability to turn your shotgun shells into 30 or 40 points of health. If you unload your shotgun freely into a mutation all by yourself, you'll generate almost 30, 40 points of health by the time you kill that mutation, especially if they're monstrous. Now, when it comes to killing the zombies, though, 0.25 temporary health per zombie for the most part. Because shotguns, I'll talk about it in another video too, but shotguns have one mega shell in them, one mega bullet amongst the other pellets. And so at the most, you're getting maybe 0.5 health per zombie kill. So let's just say worst case scenario, anywhere between like 1 to 4 zombies, you're going to generate 1 point of temporary health. You really need horde or swarm numbers worth of zombies to generate a significant amount of buckshot health right here. So it's not about getting all kinds of health super quickly. Oh man, we have so much health. We can't be killed. It's about getting health slowly over time. Any little mistakes that you make, then followed by playing better, followed by not taking damage, playing a little more perfectly, you'll fill up temporary health. And then, oh crap, you make a mistake again. Take some damage, but it's just temporary health. And you slowly heal up again, right? So this is not a get out of jail free card, but this is going to allow you to sustain over time with decent gameplay. And so we have the absolute insane damage dealer with the sniper, LMG crowd control, the healer plus damage support with Shredder and Mark for Death, and then sort of like an all-rounder, like it's almost like self-sustainable character here where they can kill tall boys really quick if they need to. They can heal themselves with shotgun bullets. They can move quickly at the end. So if they need to shoot the Abomination, they can. Keep in mind, too, that shooting the Abomination triggers Buckshot Bruiser. So, like, if you're low on health and you get opportunity to unload your shotgun into a weak spot of the Abomination, it's a free heal. It's a free heal. You get a crap ton of health for free for using shotgun shells. Very, very cool. So we have, like, this sort of half damage, half grenades, sort of sustainability. If all things goes south, this character here, the shotgun grenade character, potentially has the most potential to solo clutch it by themselves in that third phase, though the LMG and the sniper person all have the ability to. But if they run out of supplies, they get into sketchy situations. The shotgun character can potentially heal themselves and sustain over the course of the fight. So this is it. This is the team composition. I guarantee you'll feel some amount of success when using these decks. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the future.